Welcome back in. Is your home lead safe? If you don't know the answer to that question, that's where the city of Toledo wants to step in. And this afternoon we have Monica Smith with us to talk more about all of the lead safe initiatives happening right now in the city. Monica, thank you for coming in today. How serious of an issue is this? How old are homes we talk about? We hear about paint. Even in Flint, with the lead piping had a problem, and that was a huge issue. That is not the issue here. That is not the issue here. Our water is safe and things are under control there. But the issue is mostly paint in homes or what?
Absolutely. So it is a serious issue. The majority of the housing in Toledo was built before 1978, right? And so 1978 was the year the government banned residential use of lead-based paint. And so that's why you always hear that date, 1978. And so if you have a property and it was built before 78, one of the things you want to think about is first having your child tested for lead, and then second, possibly calling a professional out to test your home for lead.
Well, okay, so I may have an older home and perhaps I've painted over the lead paint and think I'm good to go. The problem is there's all kinds of lead residue still in the home?
Yeah. So if the paint is intact, you're probably good to go. But my suggestion would be if you do have a younger child, so a child under the age of 6, you would still want to have them tested just to ensure that everything's okay. Another thing you want to look at is whether the paint is intact. Right? So if there is chipping or flaking paint, then there could be an issue there. The majority of the children in Lucas County who are tested to have blood lead levels, it's through lead dust. And so it's through inhaling that lead dust, and that lead dust comes from flaking or peeling paint.
So I know with young children, they tend to hand to mouth, that kind of thing. And
absolutely.
I wish we could stop that sometimes. They have to, but that's probably the source of a lot of the contact.
You're correct. That is the source. So what happens is kids tend to, whether it's where they eat, sleep, or play, but when they're, playing with toys, they could touch the toy. If the toy is contaminated, they'll then put their hand in their mouth, and then it's that simple, right? It doesn't take a lot. And so what we want parents to recognize is that there is no safe lead level. No safe lead level.
It's astonishing to me that they discovered lead in paint. First of all, why would you put lead in paint? And it's not even banned worldwide. And so you're saying like toys from China may have lead paint on them.
Yes, yeah.
What made us start creating paint with lead in the first place?
That's a good question. Now, I don't have the answer to that. I think some of it had to do with the paint sticking better. And so I think that's probably one of the reasons they did put lead in paint. But once it was recognized that, okay, this could potentially cause a problem, once they banned it, you still have that paint in properties. And so that's why if you do have a home built before 78, you want to make sure that your paint stays intact.
And you check for residue in the home too.
Absolutely.
And the city can assist in that.
Yes, yeah, we can. So there's a couple different resources out there. One of the things they can do is they can visit the city's website. So we have a website. It is ToledoLeadSafe.com. They can also visit the health department's website, so Toledo Lucas Health Department. They could look at the Environmental Protection Agency as well as the Center for Disease Control. All of those websites, there's so much information out there, so many resources out there to help people.
You've been going to schools, and this is one of the books that you're handing out, Happy, Healthy, Lead-Free Me. Tell me about the book, and tell me about the efforts to go to schools and get the education. Yeah,
so the schools have been great. What we've done this year is we partnered with Toledo Public Schools. We actually visited 3 of their elementary schools, so Pickett Elementary, Robinson, and Glenwood. We had an opportunity to speak to the 4th graders. One of the things we know about children is they're sponges. They absorb information, but then they also share that information. And so the point of going to the schools and of taking the book to the schools was so that the children would then go home and share this information with their parents. And so that's really why we decided to go to the schools. I can say the kids were so engaged. They had so many wonderful questions. They were just really, really excited, and it was a really, really good time. And I think they walked away having a better understanding of lead and kind of what that can do to you.
We're almost out of time, but real quick, in the Toledo metro area, how many children come up, like 10, 20, 30, hundreds? I mean, how serious of an issue has this gotten to be?
It's a serious issue. So currently, the CDC says that every zip code in the city of Toledo is considered high risk for lead poisoning.
Wow. Frightening.
Yes, it is.
And symptoms?
Symptoms can include slow development. It can include brain damage, nervous system damage. It can include the, not being able to pay attention. And so some of those things I think are often misdiagnosed. But yeah, there's a ton of symptoms out there.
Monica, thank you so much it's a very important topic, and appreciate getting the word out so everybody can know about that.
Thank you for having me.
Weather